Joseph is the consummate leader for sure. We talked about humility over the last couple days. Let me give you two more qualities that I think every leader has to make sure they're cultivating, they're developing. Not only do we have to have a humble posture, and remember, humility is an ability. It's not some elusive thing that I have no clue whether or not I have or not. You can know that you're humble if you're living dependently on God, interdependently on others, with a passionate commitment to serve. Those things illustrate a posture of humility. The second two are empathy and availability. Empathy. So we were taking all these from the life of Joseph. We see Joseph willing to serve in any context, which requires humility. Start from the bottom and work his way up, which requires humility. We also see, especially with the cupbearer and the baker in prison, that Joseph has empathy. It says that Joseph was put in charge of them. One translation says to attend to them. Another translation says to help them. So he was given this responsibility over them in prison, and that after they had their nightmares, their dreams that disturbed them, Joseph saw that they were disturbed, and he inquired to why they were so sad. Joseph does several things which shows empathy. He saw them, right? The self-absorbed person that doesn't have very good self-leadership and doesn't lead others very well either can only kind of see themselves. They can't see others. Well, Joseph saw them. The text makes a point of that. In fact, the whole notion of seeing is all throughout Genesis. Most of those that did not have empathy, did not have leadership that was good, they did what was right in their own eyes. They could only see their own perspective. But those that did what was right in the eyes of the Lord saw others, cared for others, were interested in others. He saw them, he spoke to them, he spoke truth to them, he cared about them, and he asked them how they're doing. You can notice that someone's having a bad day. You can notice that someone's countenance is down. But do you ask? Empathy isn't just the awareness of another's struggle emotionally. It's also an inquiry into their emotional well-being. Empathy reaches out. It looks out for the other person. When God wants to use us, he often uses our ability to have enough empathetic discernment to recognize that someone is in need of encouragement, care, support, help. How is your empathy? Do you see others? Do you care about how they feel? Do you inquire? Pretty clear indicators that Joseph had empathy. He had humility, he had empathy, he had availability. In chapter 41, about verse 25, it says that Joseph, after Pharaoh has his dream, and Joseph recognizes the interpretation of that dream, he says that God has revealed to Pharaoh what he's about to do. Let Pharaoh choose a discerning and wise person to put in charge. There's that in charge phrase. What's powerful about that is Joseph doesn't just say, I'm your guy. Could have, but he says, Pharaoh, now that God's revealed to you what he's going to do, what's next for you is to look for that discerning and wise person, put them in charge, delegate someone to take the reins and lead. We need someone to lead. And what does Pharaoh do? Pharaoh says, you're the guy. You're the guy. Joseph was, in a way, making himself available. I can't make someone choose to listen to me. I can't make someone choose to follow me. I can't make someone choose to be a disciple along with me. But I can be available. You and I aren't called to manipulate or convince others to do something. We're called to be available and let God bring the convincing, maybe through us, but through our availability. How's yours? Are you available to serve? Are you available to care, empathy? Are you available to serve in any capacity, humility? If you are, if you have these traits, then you've got the traits necessary not only to lead yourself, but to lead others. And if you're ready to do that, then we need to talk, because at Yosemite Church, we need lots of good leaders. Let me help you lead to your best. I'll talk to you soon. God bless.